This month marks Bionic Commando's 30th anniversary. It was released in Japanese arcades under the title Top Secret in March 1987. Later in the year, it would be released under a new name in North America, Bionic Commando. Most gamers are probably more familiar with the NES game that released in 1988 though. In Japan, it was known as Hitler's Revival Top Secret, and again, just Bionic Commando in North America. Most arcade ports of the time were just that, ports, but the NES version was a completely new game, but with shared concept and mechanics. There's Secret Agent Nathan Spencer, who cannot jump and instead must rely on traversing environments with his bionic grappling arm. I think it's still hard to maneuver, but granted, it is a novel idea. Let's get back to the name for a second. The change from Top Secret to Bionic Commando is still a mystery for me. I think Bionic Commando is a catchier name, so maybe that's why it was changed to North America, and I don't understand why removing Nazis from video game could have been perceived as a good idea either. Weren't the Nazis still bad in the 80s? Thus, shouldn't we give kids more things to allow them to fight them? Well, I'm not a developer or translator, so I have no idea what went into this, but anyway, many of the game's sprites were changed, like removing swastikas and making the final boss of a Hitler robot transformed into something called Master D, which still kind of looked the same. I mean, Hitler robot, that's a way better boss. So, localization changes aside, the game received 2 remakes. First, the 1992 Game Boy title is more or less a port of the NES version with a few things altered, like making the timeline switch to the future. Bionic Commando Rearmed was a complete remake, which launched digitally on the PC, PS3, and Xbox 360 in August 2008. It changed the sprites to HD polygonal models while keeping the gameplay intact. Unlike the NES version, this game was universally marketed across all regions to reflect that of the North American NES version, aka there are no Nazis in this one either. The biggest addition aside from the graphics is the ability to add a co-op partner. Bionic Commando Rearmed was developed and released to coincide with the 20th anniversary of the NES launch, as well as to build hype for the series' reboot or reimagining, also called Bionic Commando, which launched in May 2009 for PS3 and Xbox 360, and later that summer for PCs in North America. While it had good ideas, the overall game is messy. First of all, swinging around with Spencer's arm feels good when it works, but it's rather hard to control. There are also invisible walls all around the semi-open world environments that will kill you instantly. Plus, spoilers, they somehow made his arm into Spencer's dead wife. I'm not kidding you. I don't know exactly how this works, and I play the game. I'm just still baffled. Basically, again, it's a mess all around and a disappointing reboot that virtually killed the series, yet there was one more attempt. In February 2011, Bionic Commando Rearmed 2 debuted digitally on PS3 and Xbox 360 in North America. Outside of North America, it released in the UK, but only on Xbox 360. It serves as a prequel to the first Rearmed game, years prior to the 2009 reimagining, and resembles the series' classic mechanics, although for the first time in its 2D adventures, players can now jump, which was first introduced in the 2009 game. And that's where the franchise ends, although I did skip one title, and it's rather peculiar for other reasons. Bionic Commando Elite Forces launched for the Game Boy Color in North America and Australia in January 2000. It later released for the 3DS Virtual Console in Europe for the first time in 2014, and North America again in 2015. It remains the only title in the franchise released in Australia, and the other of 2 games never coming to Japan. Stranger than those territory releases, Nintendo developed it, which is strange considering Nintendo is a third party to Capcom in this regard, which I don't think has ever happened since. They basically make their own games, or they help publish games. They don't develop games for other companies. Again, that may be an idea for another video or a list of some sort, but I digress. So this game, there are multiple heroes, none of which are Nathan Spencer for the first and only time. It's an okay game, but the sprites are kind of big for the handheld, and it's not too pretty either. Okay, now that covers everything. Despite 30 years, there's not much to this franchise, as most games are remakes, ports, or reimaginings. The 2009 game, again, was a good try, and I hope a developer gets a stab at the series again, because as of right now, Bionic Commando is another dead Capcom franchise, deserving of something better on this the month of its birth. Well, I haven't forgotten about you. Happy 30th anniversary, Bionic Commando. And thank you everyone for watching, as always. Did you know that was a ReActionExaminer video? If you liked it, you should subscribe to me to keep up with everything that I'm doing. Also, if you have some other interests, like sex for example, check out Tomops, which is a comedy sex podcast thing wherein my best friend and I check out the weird and abnormal and the erotic. And of course, you should support me on Patreon because, hey, I want to make the channel better and I want your help to do so. Plus, if you want to check out my writing, check out Game Jerk, where I have archives and new stuff for all projects, okay? You can find all the stuff and more in the description with the links below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time.